Hey there, folks! Let me tell you about the most incredible chat I had with my buddy Big. Yeah, that's Bigfoot to you. We were sitting around our favorite campfire spot in the woods one evening, sharing stories and roasting marshmallows, when the topic of the Great Lakes came up. Now I'm Dave, and while most people run from wasps, I actually whisper to them. Yeah, that's my thing, but that's a story for another day. Big and I were discussing how those massive lakes came to be, and he shared this amazing tale about Paul Bunyan and his trusty blue ox, Babe. Picture this: Paul Bunyan, tall as a skyscraper, stomping through what's now Minnesota and Michigan. His footprints were so deep, they'd fill up with water every time it rained. But that's not even the half of it! Babe, his legendary blue ox, was so massive that when he lay down for a nap, he'd leave impressions in the earth bigger than football fields. One particularly cold winter, Paul and Babe were working extra hard, clearing forests for the settlers. They'd been at it for days when Paul noticed Babe was getting thirsty. Now, this wasn't your ordinary thirst. We're talking about a giant blue ox here. Paul knew he needed to find a proper drinking spot for his friend. So Paul got this brilliant idea. He and Babe started digging, scooping out massive amounts of earth. With each mighty swing of his axe, Paul carved deeper and deeper into the ground. Babe helped too, using his massive hooves to kick away mountains of dirt. They worked together like a well-oiled machine, creating what would become Lake Superior. But here's the twist: once they started, they couldn't stop. They got so caught up in their work that they ended up creating 5 massive holes. The water from the melting glaciers filled these holes, and voila! The Great Lakes were born. Big loves telling this part. Apparently, the excess dirt they dug up became the mountains we see today in Minnesota and Wisconsin. And you know those smaller lakes scattered all around? Those were just the drops that splashed out when Babe took his first big drink. As Big and I finished sharing this tale, we couldn't help but laugh at how the most amazing landmarks sometimes come from the simplest needs, like finding a drink for a thirsty blue ox. Isn't it incredible how the best stories are passed down through unexpected friendships, like a Bigfoot and a wasp whisperer sharing tales around a campfire? And that's how the Great Lakes came to be. At least, that's how Big and I like to tell it. Whether you believe it or not, it sure makes for one heck of a story, doesn't it?